We are starting in about 15 seconds. It's recording right now. And Gina is the host. Awesome. And let me go up. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for attending our fifth webinar that's part of our campaign, Swim for Akhirah. We are very excited to have today two swim instructors from Africa, as we will talk about the struggle of swimming for the Muslim women in Africa, presented to you by Ola, Naadhirah, and Nipal. And so, again, my name is Ola. I'm the founder of Be Fit for Akhirah. I graduated from Mason with a BS in Biology, Health Promotion minor. I am an ACE certified personal trainer, swim instructor, and a podcast host of Purposeful Fitness with Coach Ola Show. Our guest for today is Naadhirah, and I'm going to have her introduce herself. Naadhirah, would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, so I am Naadhirah Mukadam. I am from Cape Town, South Africa. I've been a swimmer practically my whole life. And it's been 9 years now that I'm coaching swimming. I've always had a passion for swimming, and I suppose because I studied BSc Sport and Exercise Science, I felt that going into the aquatic field was kind of what I wanted to do. And I own my own swimming school. I teach swimming, I do baby classes, kids classes, I do special needs, I do water rehabilitation, aqua aerobics, and I specialize in Muslim women swimming as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Thank you. And our second guest, our speaker for today, is Nipal Saeed Hassan Gavir Misbah. Nice name. Would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, hi, how are you everyone? Nipal Saeed Misbah. I'm from Egypt, Alexandria actually. I'm a swimmer since I was 2 years old. I love swimming very much. I'm now swimming coach for adult and CrossFitter. Um, and just I can do actually aquatherapy. And I hope that we can make everyone and anyone just if any girl wanted to swim around the world, she can swim and she can do whatever she can do. And I hope every girl in the world can swim and just be a competitor. That's what I actually hope.
Yay, thank you so much. So our objectives for today's webinar is to have an open Q&A with Naadhirah as well as with Nipal in both English and Arabic, since we both speak the same language. And then she'll discuss a little bit of the future of swimming in Africa from their perspective, and then any Q&As from our audience. And so we will start with Naadhirah. She is from South Africa. I forgot that I don't want to say the wrong name, so would you please remind us the exact location, if you don't mind?
Cape Town, South Africa.
Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, thank you. And so would you please share a little bit in depth, how did you start your swimming journey?
So I started when I was really little. The earliest memory I have of swimming was when my uncle threw me in the water and told me to swim to the other end. And I did it, I suppose. And I wasn't as scarred as most people might be. And then when I was young, I was about 7 years old, we moved to Singapore, my parents and I and my brother. And my mom insisted that I do swimming lessons, and I really enjoyed it. So I did my swimming lessons there. And then when I came back to South Africa, I started swimming professionally. So I swam for a club, and then I swam for school as well. And then I got into water polo, and it was a bit more competitive and a bit more fun. So I got into that as well. So as far as I can remember, I was always swimming.
MashaAllah, yeah. And how old were you when you were thrown?
Whew, I think I must have been 4 or 5. I think
Mashallah.
I was really small. I need to just ask my uncle again, but yeah, I was really young.
I think it's
Um,
like a lot of stories, like, especially from like a lot of kids, like, I was just thrown.
yes, yes. So there's some people who get thrown into the water quite often, and they have a fear of water after that. And I've got an assistant coach who had that happen to her when she was younger, and for most of her life, she was actually scared of water. And then she came for swimming at Freckles Aquatics. She learned to swim, and she loved it so much that she actually became a coach. So yeah,
Awesome, yeah. And so, how do you pronounce your Frelix?
freckles. Because I've
Freckle.
got a whole lot of freckles on
Yeah.
my face. You won't be able to see it. I've got a
So
whole,
how?
and that was just always my nickname. So I think everyone just knows Freckles is Naadhirah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. How did it all start out for you?
Freckles Aquatics.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a pool at the back of our home. My mom had it built, or my parents had it built when I was a lot younger. It was indoor, it's heated, and I suppose it was just an ideal space to teach. So I started off with a couple of my aunts, actually, my dad's sisters. They needed to get into the water, they wanted to learn to swim. I was literally still studying. I think I was in first year or something like that. I was studying, and I kind of had a lot of fun teaching them how to swim. So I kind of taught them how to blow bubbles and how to move and how to swim, and they really enjoyed it. And thereafter, I found out that I really enjoyed it. So I made my own little flyers. I printed it, and I went to the park around the corner from our house, and I went to go hand out flyers. I wasn't sure if people would be interested because I mean I was kind of new to it. And I started off with, I think, 3 clients. That was in 2011. Just 3 little kids, teaching them how to swim. And I suppose from there it just grew. So, yeah.
That's so cool, mashallah. And in your experience as a swim instructor in Africa, what problems and struggles have you noticed, especially with Muslim women and with swimming?
So I've noticed that a lot of Muslim women within, I would speak about Cape Town specifically, they don't really feel comfortable to be in a pool with a male. I suppose, yes, they wear their burkinis and their long swimming suits and stuff like that. But in the water, it kind of sticks to your body. And I think that the women don't necessarily feel comfortable with being in the same space in the water with men. And I suppose that's what really helped make my business grow, because when I started swimming and started teaching, because I'm in the water with my clients, I never actually taught men. I only taught women. And I think from that, the women kind of felt really comfortable because it's an environment where it's enclosed. So there's, even if my dad and my brother come home, they can't see what's happening in the pool, kind of a thing. And also, yeah, and there's no males within the facility during that time. And I think that was one of the issues. The second issue was that a lot of women have fear. Muslim women have fear of water, and I noticed that in my business, whereby majority of the women that come for swimming have probably never swam, and most of them are mature, so they're not like 16 or 17. They're kind of 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, but they've had a lot of fear of water within their childhood, and they've never actually attended swimming lessons. So I noticed that with the more mature women, there was a lot of fear about the water. One of the reasons was because they were thrown into the water. The second was because they maybe had a really bad experience around water, whether they've almost drowned or they kind of slipped and they fell or something like that. So those are the two main concerns that I had. And I can say that with studying sports science and doing a bit of sports psychology, I've managed to kind of get around the fear and get them to be more comfortable in the water. I myself, for one, have never really had a fear for water, whereas my assistant coach has. So she and my clients can kind of relate, where she will say, you know what, I've had this fear and I know what it feels like. And they kind of have confidence in themselves, because she's gotten to a point where she can swim all four strokes, she can do tumble turns, she can dive in, she can swim underwater. And this is from learning in the past maybe 5 or 6 years, not actually from when she was younger like me. So yeah, those are the main concerns that I think are happening in Cape Town, South Africa at the moment.
Yes, and it's very common like all over the world. Unfortunately for like our women, but like it's good you brought this up as well. And so how can we support Muslim women in Africa get more access to swimming and learn more about it? Like I'm from all over the USA, but how can I support you from way back here, for instance? It's a tough
Well, I
question.
think it's not only something that we've got to focus within Cape Town, South Africa, but more with around the world.
Mhm.
And for example, my facility caters for women only classes and men only classes. So my brother's a swim coach as well. He coaches the men and the elder boys that don't feel comfortable with me being their coach. And I coach the women and the girls and the kids, for example. Another thing that I've noticed was a lot of the parents that have um, asked about swimming lessons for their children, the first question that they asked was, is there a female coach? And I'm not sure what the whole thing is. Obviously, there are male coaches, there's female coaches. You kind of got to do whatever you need to do. But I've noticed that a lot of the mothers that message me are more comfortable with having a female coach for their children, whether it be their son or their daughter, doesn't really make a difference. But I think just generally making women feel comfortable in the pool, I think that is like the most important thing. So if you're going to have a class and you've got 10 ladies that you're going to teach, try and teach them in a class where they will feel comfortable. So whether it's a huge pool and the men are in the second lane and they in the first lane, just for example, where they might feel a bit more comfortable, I think that's really important. And the last thing that I wanted to add with regards to fear is that everyone has fear in their lives. Everyone has some sort of fear. But it's not really about saying, you know what, just get over the fear. Or if you're scared of heights, just climb the mountain and you'll get over it. It's not as easy as that. But rather being compassionate and empathetic, sympathetic towards them in helping them overcome the fear. Because the fear of water can potentially affect um, someone by they can drown. They might have a fear, so they can't really learn to swim. They're not willing to learn to swim, and they can drown. Allah forbid. But I mean, there's things like this that can happen, and I think it's really, really important to open that awareness around water and safety, water safety.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. So water safety is something we can all do. And also the confidence so we can be the role models. Thank you so much. We will have more time
Yeah,
for her to answer questions. So
cool.
yes, and now we go to our instructor in Egypt, North Africa. So we go up to North Africa right now and talk with Nipal. Would you please share with us again, how did you start with your swimming journey? I know it was like 2 years old, mashallah, but like how? That's so cool.
I just my family just they are swimmers actually. So you know when your father or your mother are just swimmer, so okay, my daughter will gonna be swim. That's it. So I just I swam when I was 2 years old. Then I just being a swimmer because I feel like I'm really very comfortable when I swim. I getting I just get older and I feel like I couldn't be more happier um, when I just be in the pool or in the water actually in the sea or a pool or whatever. Then when I just be and when I just 16 years old, I feel like oh my gosh, I'm a really swimmer and I love to be a coach. And I wanted to be a coach like my coaching. I would just wanted to make people more happy and know more about how to make people swimmer and a good swimmer and etc. When I just be 21 years old, I feel like I wanted to be swimmer coach, and I wanted to coach all type of people, not just Muslims, but all the people. I wanted to make everyone know how to swim, just and because I feel like when anyone just swim, they just being relaxed and being just happy. I don't know. This is for me. I'm really very happy when I see water. Actually, that's for me. I don't know what about people, but for me, I just love to see the pool and water or whatever. That's I decided to make everyone happy because I wanted to see everyone smile and happy, and this is my message actually. That's it.
Yes, I think every swimmer can relate to like that feeling of being in the water. I get it. Um,
Yeah.
so I want to ask you from you know, 'cause I have no idea. Is it something that is challenging for Muslim women, especially in hijab, or is it something that is more normal in the country? Because like in the USA, it's a bit, you know, not very normal, normal but not that normal. So how
Mhm.
normal is it normal in Egypt since there are a lot of Muslims and hijabis?
Actually, burkini it's really very popular here in Egypt.
Mhm.
Uh, for two sides. First side, burkini for the swimmers. They feel like they are not comfortable when they are swim because they feel that they couldn't swim with burkini. This is for swimmers, and for everyone else, when they see just any girl just wear burkini, they just look at, oh my gosh, what she wear a burkini. This is weird. This is in the places, and in another place, no, it's fine when you wear a burkini. It's kind of okay. She can wear whatever she wanted to wear, bikini, burkini, whatever she wants. This is different from place to place, like Alexandria, Egypt. Have a lot of Alexandria, Cairo, Tanta, a lot of places in Egypt. So in Tanta, they feel, oh my gosh, what she wear. In Alexandria, okay, it's kind of wear burkini or not, that's it. This
Yeah,
is in
yeah, yeah. It's interesting to like hear that from you, from like you know, it's in Muslim majority country as well, but it's interesting to hear that. And so, in your experience as a swim instructor in Egypt and in North Africa, you know, being other around other countries, what problems and struggles have you noticed with Muslim women and with swimming?
The most problem that I saw actually when they swam with the burkini, um, um, I feel like um, in the past they just there is no private place for girls. Right now we make a private place for girls. They can swim and wear they are Muslims and wear hijab, but private place for them, ladies only. But I'm now make them just have one lane for them and swim with boys. It's fine, and make everyone just feel like comfortable when they are swim. The problem is uh, they wear burkini, but they are afraid of because of the boys or the men's just look at them and look how they are swim, or the ladies is always afraid of this look. So I'm talking with everyone. Just please make space for us to can swim and to can enjoy our life, because we are human. We wanted to swim like all people swim. We have to swim like everyone, not because we wear burkini or we wear hijab. We couldn't swim or enjoy our life. We have to enjoy our life too. This is the message. Yeah. And actually, alhamdulillah, in Egypt, everything's not everything's good with this, but in places, they couldn't wear a burkini. That's it.
Well, do you know anything about like other countries near Egypt, like Libya, Tunisia, Tunis?
In Libya, actually, right now in Libya, you know, this is there is no country actually, and right now in Libya, no, it's hard to wear. It's hard to swim actually, not wear okay a burkini, and it's hard to swim in Libya. In Saudi Arabia, they can swim in places just ladies only in Saudi Arabia, and like Dubai, they have time they just make ladies only time in afternoon or in evening. They have just 2 hours or 1 hour. You can swim for ladies only. That's it. Around in Libya, sorry, in Dubai and Lebanon, like Lebanon too, Birdie.
Thank you. And so that's a good follow-up question. How can we support Muslim women in Egypt and Middle East have more access? Is there a way, besides like starting this conversation, in your opinion?
In my opinion, um, to make more swimmers in Egypt or South Africa, I think we just have to make them feel like comfortable. Not like Naadhirah, she said, not only in the country or something, not but also around the world. We have to make them feel just comfortable and feel they it's okay to swim whatever you want to swim. Just wear bikini and just swim, feel satisfied and feel just happy, feel confident about yourself. I want you actually, Awala, to give this message to all the girls to make feel that like they are satisfied when they are swim. It's okay to swim. It's okay to just to be a beginner, and you will gonna be a great swimmer. You just have to feel confident. You have to trust yourself. You have to never give up, never lose hope. You can do whatever you want to do. Just have faith and have a dream, and just enjoy your life, because our life is just like a second. Enjoy it, or you will never enjoy it.
Yes. Thank you so much. And now we will move the same questions in Arabic. So anyone who is not going to understand us, please bear with us. But I want to be able to approach women who speak Arabic as well, inshallah. So now Nepal, نفس الأسئلة بالعربي. خدي راحتك شوي. So كيف كان الحال بالنسبة لك تصبحي مدربة السباحة بمصر؟ طبعا يعني هل هو هذا الشيء يمثل تحديدا للنساء المسلمات خاصة بالحجاب، أو إنه أمر طبيعي بالبلاد؟
لا، هو بيبقى أمر يعني هو بيبقى حاجة يعني مش حاجة طبيعية برضو، فيها في أماكن برضو بيبقى فيها إن أنت يعني إن أنت تعملي بوركيني مثلا أو كده، إن أنت تلبسي بوركيني في أماكن بيبقى فيها صعبة. بس احنا حاولنا ان احنا نكسر الحاجة ديت يعني، وان هم يلبسوا البوركيني مثلا، لا ان انت تحس ان انت يعني ان انت تحس ان انت satisfied يعني وكده من ان انت تلبس البوركيني يعني وكده. سوري ان انا عملت ميكس
لا لا لا، احكي عادي، خذي راحتك. بس يعني في عندهم خوف يعني.
بيبقى عندهم خوف ان هم يلبسوا البوركيني، او هم بيبقوا يعني مش ساتسفايد قوي ان هم يلبسوا بوركيني حوالين الولاد وكده. بس انا بحاول طبعا ان انا بوصل المسج دي ليهم، ان هو لا، محدش يخاف، وان عادي خالص ان احنا بنلبس البوركيني وبننزل، ده امر طبيعي. فانا دايما لازم الحاجه دي بحط لهم ان هم يبقوا مور ساتسفايد، وان هم يبقوا واثقين في نفسهم اكتر.
شكرا. والسؤال الثاني، في تجربتك كمدربة السباحة في مصر وشمال أفريقيا، ما هي المشاكل والمصارعات يعني اللي تلاحظيها مع المسلمات والسباحة؟
المشاكل ان هم في اماكن كتير زي مثلا اللي هي مثلا ان هم مش بيبقوا عايزين، ما ينفعش ان احنا ننزل فيها. المشكله بتبقى في حاجتين. الحاجه الاول بتبقى عندها ان هي مش عارفه ان هي تنزل البول بالبوركيني. وان هي برضو الحاجه برضو اللي هي بتبقى من عند الجفرمنت، مثلا إن احيانا في اماكن ممنوع فيها ان احنا ننزل بالبوركيني. بس دلوقتي الجفرمنت بقت بتحاول ان هي تساعدنا في الحاجه دي، وبقوا ان هم بيسمحوا ان احنا ننزل بالبوركيني في حاجات يعني.
وكيف يمكننا أن دعم المساعدة في مصر والشرق الأوسط للحصول على المزيد من السباحة والمعرفة عنها أكثر؟
آه، الحاجة ديت ان احنا يا ريت ان احنا نديهم موتيفيشن اكتر ونتكلم معاهم، وان هم لازم يحسوا بان هم يقدروا يعملوا كل دوت، وان هم عادي. يعني انا برضو يا علا كنت عايزاكي ان انت تتكلمي معاهم في الحكاية ديت، ان ودوت ف ف ف يعني في العالم كله، مش بس في مصر مثلا او كده، ان احنا نديلهم موتيفيشن، وان هو ايا كان سنك او ايا كان your religion مثلا او اي حاجه، انت تقدري تعومي وتقدري تحققي حتى لو كان سنك كان كبير. لا تقدري. لازم نديهم موتيفيشن والحافز ان هم يعني يكملوا، ان هم لا لازم يعوموا. فديت الحاجه دي احنا عايزينها، ان الحاجه ديت نتزرع على العالم كله، يعني مش بس في مصر.
وآخر سؤال هو كان أول سؤال بس، كيف بدأت رحلة السباحة الخاصة بك؟
أنا كان عمري سنتين. أنا عيلتي أساسا سباحة. بس فأي حد بيبقى عيلته سباحة أو كده فبينزلوا المية، فأنا نزلوا المية وأنا كان عمري سنتين. بقيت سباحة وبقيت بحب المية قوي لدرجة إن أنا ما بقيتش قادرة إن أنا أستغنى عنها. المية بقت بالنسبة لي هي كل حاجة. لحد برضو ما بقى عمري 16 سنة حسيت ان انا لا ان انا ان انا اقدر ان انا ابقى ان انا اعلم السباحة وكده. 21 سنة قلت لا انا لازم ابقى سويمنج كوتش وابقى زي الكوتش بتاعي، وان انا برضو اديلهم موتيفيشن وكده، لحد ما بقيت بقى سويمنج كوتش. وبقيت برضو ان انا بعمل لهم علاج في المية وكده. في ناس برضو بتعمل لهم علاج مائي وكده. لحد ما انا عشان انا نفسي اخلي الناس كلها تبقى مبسوطه وفرحانه، واوصل لهم المسج ان انت لازم تلعب سباحه عشان هتفرق معاك في حياتك.
Yes, شكرا كتير. و thank you everyone that's been patient for us. Now we will talk about the future of swimming in Africa, and it's open discussion, so you can unmute yourself, Naadhirah. But Egypt is known to be for the Blue Hole, and this is a famous diving spot that is more than 300 feet under the water. And so it's an open panel discussion, so whoever wants to go first, feel free. But where do you see the future of swimming in Africa? Naadhirah, would you like to go first? Naadhirah, are you here? Your camera's frozen. Oh no, she's gone. Oh no. Naadhirah,
Okay,
can
Megan.
unmute yourself, my friend.
Yeah,
All right, there you are.
I'm back.
Awesome. So where do you see the future of swimming in Africa?
Sorry, you're speaking to me. Sorry, I just missed. Well, I think that there's a lot more awareness. Well, I can't really speak for Africa, but I'll speak for South Africa. There's a lot more awareness about swimming right now than maybe there used to be. For example, they've now made a rule in Cape Town that when you reach grade 1, so that's when you're at school, you're about 6 or 7 years old, you need to be able to know how to swim. And I suppose it's from a safety perspective as well, which is really, really great. But in that way, a lot more children, younger children, are actually learning to swim. The other thing is that there have been some hectic drownings within South Africa over the past couple of years. An example that I can give you is we've had water restrictions not too long ago. We kind of, it wasn't really a drought, but I mean, there was hectic water restrictions in place, and basically people used to collect buckets of water outside in their backyard, because now we couldn't just use tap water to water our gardens and wash our cars and stuff. So we used to collect the little rainwater into buckets. And I think it was about 2 years ago that a little boy, I think he was 3 years old, drowned in the bucket. And it's something as simple as maybe, I mean, we teach our little baby classes through song and play. So we'll teach them and we'll sing a song on how to get into the water, how to get out of the water, what to do if you fall in the water, maybe how to float on your back, so how you swim when you turn on your back. And I think that the awareness around that is a lot bigger right now. There's also been a lot of drownings within the more rural areas within South Africa, and the more poorer, less fortunate communities struggle with swimming, because a lot of the time swimming lessons is so expensive that the less fortunate people really can't afford it. And I mean, for us, for one, I've always wanted to do this project, but I was just never able to do it. But we started it in 2019, which was last year, where we do swimming lessons for underprivileged children. And it's sponsored, so they don't have to pay. We pay for the transport, we pay for their swimming lessons, we pay for their bathing costumes, towels, swimming caps, everything. They get everything. And what we actually try to teach them, so we give them a 10-week period, and what we try to teach them is water safety more than anything else. So for them to know, they always say, like, respect water and the water will respect you. And I think that's really, really important. And some people just don't know what to do, or they're so fearful of water. And I think basically that's what we taught, is just water safety, just understanding what water is, what to do around water, and safe in and around water. And once the kids, well, I'm speaking about kids specifically now, once the kids know how to respect water, they know how to treat water, they know how to act around water, it'll make them kind of a bit more confident to learn how to swim in water. And I can give you an example. There were two kids from the rural area who came to swim last year in September, and they were so scared because two of their family members had drowned in water. So they were taught to be scared of water. But so they had the fear in them already. But once they got into the water, and it wasn't so much as get into the water and swim, but it was more like, come walk with us in the water, feel how it feels to walk in the water. You can hold my hand, let's walk and let's feel, let's sit in the water, move your hands in the water, maybe turn around and kick, I'll hold you tight. They enjoyed it so much that their understanding of water changed completely. And I think that's very, very important. So that's my input to the future of swimming in South Africa, is just getting people to be a bit more comfortable and working with people's fears.
That's a huge one. And that reminds me of my conversation last weekend with Noura, where we talk about the kids and swimming. And she said the same thing about the parents' behaviors is really important to like let go of the fear.
Yes.
And the obviously past experiences. And so what about you, Nipal? Where do you see the future of swimming in Africa, perhaps in Egypt or in entire like continent or North Africa?
I'm sorry again. Sorry.
Yeah. So I'll ask in Arabic again, just in case. Where do you see the future of swimming in Africa? يعني وين بتشوفي
Yeah, yeah,
المستقبل؟ Okay.
I see. Actually, I see that everyone just can swim. Um, Adults and small, like sorry, adults and everyone just can swim. Even babies in the like 1 year, they have a 1 year, just we supposed to make everyone just can swim, even the babies, because the baby, when we teach them how to swim, um, this is gonna make them feel like very comfortable, and they will change their life when you're adult. It will change their behaviors, when it change their thoughts, change everything. I wanted to make Egypt just feel like at South Africa, just feel like they can teach every baby, not only adult, every baby, even babies, newborns, they can teach them how to swim, but with a professional coach. Not only just a coach, he can swim. Then okay, I will take your baby and make them in the water. No, 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 no. That's this is not what I told you actually. This I wanted to see the perfect swimming coach. They teach the people how to make their their newborn babies how to swim, because this is very important to just feel like a small baby can swim and feel this is not afraid of the water. And we will make a lot of people, when we'll do this, we will make a lot of people they can swim, and they will never we will see never see anyone will drown in the future. This is that's what I think, yeah, actually.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so my intent, okay, so can you hear me? Just make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How has the COVID changed the perception of swimming in your area? So whatever you're at right now.
Okay, so in Cape Town, I am actually only opening my swim school on Tuesday, inshallah, the 1st of September. There's been a bit of mixed emotions around swimming. Even though there hasn't been any proof that COVID can spread through water, but I think it's more the facility than anything else. Um, some of my clients have returned, will be coming back on the 1st of September. Some of my clients feel that they would prefer to wait till next year. I mean, the choice is entirely there. I can put as much safety measures as possible, but you know what? It's still how you feel at the end of the day and what you're comfortable with at the end of the day. So yeah, so that's basically what's happening with COVID within Cape Town at the moment. There are lots of swim schools that are open already. But yeah, I'm opening at the September, inshallah, and I'm hoping that it will go well. It will be, and everything will work out.
Inshallah. And so what about Nepal and Egypt? How has COVID changed the perception of swimming?
Since the COVID just came, every swimming pool just closed, and we couldn't swim and for like 6 months. And we are just getting back for for 3 weeks. We just began to swim again. But not like the old times. Right now we supposed to be just uh, four or five in one lane. Uh, in the past, you can swim like 10 swimmers in the lane, but right now we're just four in lane or five. And this is a lot of people, they are afraid of COVID, and a lot of swimmers, they don't want to come to swim again right now because they are really very afraid. So it's a lot of things that we are really very afraid to, because there are a lot of swimmers, they wanted to come and swim again. Yeah. So this is really something is really very bad.
Yeah, and so like for me, I was gonna say something about like I went to the pool 2 days ago, and someone told me how like swimming is actually one of the sports that is going to be is doing a lot better than like other human contact, like baseball or basketball, what have you, because the spread of the COVID in the water is less likely than like in the air. So I feel like COVID has changed that perception of swimming in the, like in my area at least. But I think inshallah, like if we continue talking about it, we can at least have the dry land aspect and the fear out of it as well. So we have one more slide where we were accidentally on it. So if you have any questions, you can follow me at BFit for Akhira. You can also join my Facebook community. And then Naadhirah, you can, where should we follow you? Your Instagram handle.
Instagram preferably. You can check out my website on www.fr3KLS.com. Or you can check me out on Facebook. I'm not as active on Facebook as I am on Instagram. So it's a lot easier to follow me on Instagram.
All right. What about Nipal? Your Instagram handle is?
It's very easy to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is the Nipal Misbah. And I can contact with everyone on Instagram actually, but I'm not big on Facebook.
Awesome. Are there any final words of advice and open discussion on our speakers? So we will check the chat. If you have any questions, let me know. But any final words of advice from you, Naadhirah and Nipal?
Naadhirah?
Can you hear me, Naadhirah? Oh, she's muted.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My internet is a bit unstable. Sorry, what did you say?
So any final words of advice and open discussion?
So I'd like to just say that it's really important for everyone to learn how to swim. I know within Cape Town specifically, I've got a lot of moms who bring their kids to learn to swim, but the mom and dad can't swim. So it makes things a bit difficult because during the period of the swimming lessons when the child can't swim, the parents can't really help the child if, Allah forbid, anything happens. I know swimming lessons are super expensive in Cape Town. But I mean, even if you do a couple of sessions, if you just kind of learn the water safety aspect, I think that's really great, and that's my last final words.
Thank you. What about Nipal? Any final advice?
My advice is just I hope that everyone just love to swim and never be afraid of water or afraid of to swim or to do something new. We have to do a lot of things. We have to enjoy our life. We have to be relaxed. And relax, it means bubbles. If you're a swimmer, you will know what I mean bubbles. Relax and bubbles. That's it. You have to bubble. You have to swim. You have to take a deep breath and just let it go and just enjoy your life.
Yes. And we have a question here from Gina. Great questions coming up. Well, number one, we do have 2 giveaways. Thank you for the reminder. Come over to Instagram. I'm having giveaways right now that are ending on September 2nd, inshallah. They are more USA, Canada. We have a few international as well. The question here is for you, Naadhirah. I was wondering how you marketed your business. Are there a lot of Muslims living in Cape Town? It seems so targeted with the personal swimming lessons that are private. I thought that was so interesting. Thank you.
Okay, so with regards to marketing my business, as I said, I started off with handing.
Uh-oh.
Naadhirah.
Froze. You
Hello.
froze. Yeah, can you repeat that again?
Okay, sorry. So with regards to marketing in Cape Town, I didn't actually just market to Muslim people. Of marketing. I don't only teach Muslim women, but I suppose the way that I do my swimming lessons caters
She's frozen right on your end, Nepal.
Okay. Sorry, can you,
Naadhirah, can you hear me?
hello?
Oh no. Okay. We'll come back to her, I promise. But Nepal, Gina says I'm part of Egyptian as well, so it was nice to hear from you talk about Egypt. What do you think is the best thing about being a swim instructor in Egypt?
Best thing? Hello? I couldn't.
Yeah, so the question is, what do you think is the best thing about being a swim instructor in Egypt?
The best thing, I think, actually, I think that the best thing that, I don't know, but there's a lot of things actually. Uh, to teach people, and I don't know, actually, this is a lot of things, but I don't know.
Pick one thing. If you can pick one thing, what is it that you think?
Well, okay, I think, uh, what you,
So
what do you think about
what do you
our,
think is the best thing about being a swim instructor in Egypt? The
uh,
empowerment, for instance.
to make people just give them hope, and I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
actually.
it's okay. That's a good deep question, perhaps that you can like think about after this, inshallah. Naadhirah, can you hear me? I'm gonna unmute you for a second. You were saying really good.
I was mute. I lost the connection there, but I'm not sure if you heard what I said.
Not
But I
really.
might need to repeat it. Okay, so what was the question again?
So she said it's a really good question about marketing. Are there a lot of Muslims living in Cape Town? It seems so targeted to the personal lessons that are private. I thought that was so interesting. So, yeah, how do you market your business?
Okay, so as I said, the initial marketing was, this was in 2011. I went to the local park down the road from our home and I handed out flyers. My classes are not only for Muslims. I've got lots of non-Muslims that I teach as well. But I suppose the way that I do my classes, so for example, and the main thing I think that attracts the Muslim clients to me is that I separate my classes. So when, for example, even my baby classes, I've got moms and tots classes, but the dads aren't allowed in the pool at the time. So there's no dads in the facility because majority of the moms that come to me are very, very, I mean, they wear hijab or they wear niqab, and they don't feel comfortable with men in the facility. So in that way, I suppose, yes, I do cater a lot more for the Muslim people, and I suppose they're a lot more comfortable in my facility. But I don't only cater for Muslim people. I mean, I've got lots of non-Muslim clients as well.
Awesome, thank you. And so the last question is for me. What do I believe we can do as Muslims to help make Muslim ladies around the world comfortable and motivated to swim? I think personally doing some sort of like dry land workouts while you're wearing your favorite bikini, whatever you wear to the pool and actually do the workout on land. That's why I did some videos like wearing Lyra's swimsuit and doing some exercises because I know a lot of ladies purchase like, whatever brand that you purchase from, but they don't really use the swimwear appropriately in the water. And so I think for me, it's to change the perception starting from social media and then like, showing more drills, more skills. And Nepal has a really amazing like videos of her teaching women swimming in bikini, which a big, in modest swimwear, which inspired me. So I'm like, you can check her Instagram, but that question is Gina asked because she knows how much passionate I am about changing the perception of like women on social media. Like, let's start from there, I think, perhaps, and then also kind of BR, like, we are all talking about it. So continue this conversation after the campaign is over. And yeah, I think I hope that answered your question. Our audience, thank you so much for attending. We're about to wrap up, but are there any other questions? Anything else? No? All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Naadhirah. Oh, Yasmin. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Yasmin is asking for everyone, how was your experience with Instagram? Oh, I have a lot to say, but I will not start right now. Raising awareness about your cause. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's for me right now to answer. I have like a love-hate relationship with social media, especially with Instagram. I'm not sure if you've been following my like Facebook and stuff, but for me personally, I'm kind of a little bit frustrated from it because like I don't have the perfect feed or what have you, and so it's really, really depressing at times. It has played a huge role in my mental, like, self-esteem. Like, why don't I have that many followers? What's wrong with my feed? I'm trying everything, the hashtags, all of it. So I really have a love-hate relationship with it. It hasn't been a happy experience, yes, me at all, to be honest. Um, which is why I kind of like ended up, trying to go on YouTube, LinkedIn, and that like who is my ideal client, essentially, like, business talk right now, like who I want to target, and not all of them are on Instagram. So I'm trying to now, think strategically. Okay, perhaps Instagram isn't the only place, and I shouldn't let it get into me. But it hasn't been a happy experience, to be very, very honest with you.
So on that note, Ola, I think I've redone my Instagram like 5 times already. As in, I added pictures, I removed pictures, I added pictures again, then I removed them again. I tried to put them in like a proper order, so you'll see my new Instagram feed looks a bit more better. But yeah, it's a bit hectic, hey? Social media is a bit hectic. Like sometimes you are coaching swimming, you've got your own life, you've got your own family life, and to manage Instagram is quite hectic.
It's not. Nipal, what about you?
Actually, I hate Instagram and Facebook. I'm sorry. But my problem that I really I wanted to focus about my work and about what I do actually. And when I just see, oh my God, I supposed to post the story. Oh my God, and then I just forgot that I supposed to post, and then I just run away to take my phone, and I supposed to take a picture, or I supposed to take a story, and then I supposed to post it. Oh my gosh, I forgot it. I feel like, oh my, I had a headache. Why did I just do something like that? Why am I doing something? I want to just everyone. Hey, everyone, can you see me without internet? You can see me without it? That's it. That's what I wish actually. But I
But
hate
I must
Instagram.
say, I must say that Instagram connected us, so I
Yes,
kind of
so
miss
let's talk about.
it.
So we share the negativity. Let's talk about the positive side of it. So
Yeah.
I started this page, mine in 2014. Like someone started for me, my friend, and so I don't have like 10K follows, and it's been like almost 60 that I don't have that 10K follows yet. So there's that. But I think like what Naadhirah said, like I connect with a lot of amazing people, and at the same time, like having a system is important. Like marketing 101, having themes perhaps, like make it enjoyable for yourself, and don't get hung up on like the numbers, the analytic part of it. Think of it business wise. And like if you're a blogger, for instance, you can like blog, share your feelings, what have you. But like if yeah, so there's two ways. Personal, I have a personal account and I have the business account. They're both business, but I'm trying to keep the personal one, like, for me to self-reflect, what have you, talk about topics that are not fitness related. And then the Beefy for Akhira account, um, trial and error. That's it, trial and error. And like look at the positive side. Who are you connecting? Naadhirah, Nepal, if it wasn't for Instagram, it would have been happening right now. So there's a positive side of that. And yeah. Are there any other questions about it? Or about like anything? I think that should be good. Mashallah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy to see all of you and to see you here as well. So we will have the replay here. We have one more webinar tomorrow, inshallah, with two different triathletes, Khadija and Jerry. Make sure you can come, inshallah, and watch the replays. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum. Ma salama.
Oh, wait. Stop recording.